修正を授ける。同心虹の匂いリンクオーダーゲージ。まだまだいけますよ。先を。これがモンテリの挨拶です。世の光に切れる。
Hello, my name is Selkie, and welcome to the Beginner's Guide to Quickswap. Already last month that I've been uploading my showcases on my channel. Both me and my friends have seen a large amount of people express their confusion after seeing clears involving Quickswap in TOA. Many people simply look at a TOA run and react with, what is going on? And how are you even doing that? Today, I will teach you how Quickswap works, how to imagine it, and how to start practicing as a beginner. There will be a second part to this guide, which will mainly revolve around building your own rotations and executing them. I decided to cut this guide into two parts, to not overwhelm anyone and give people time to get accustomed to Quickswap via mandatory practice. Wuthering Waves combat is split into two optimal playstyles, Hypercarry and Quickswap. We will focus on the second. The Quickswap playstyle breaks free from the conventional stacking all buffs and unloading the highest potential damage of your DPS, and chooses to split the damage distribution among 2 or even 3 characters. The calculation of damage can widely differ based on the team you're running and how well you're playing it. However, Quickswap is not only a playstyle, but also a general game mechanic. It is the strongest mechanic in Wuthering Waves due to speeding up all damage rotations by adding actions within another character's animation window. This applies to everything, so even hypercarry TOA openers, just like short sequence overworld farming, can be sped up by it. There is no downside to quickswapping, as long as you do it correctly and at the right time. As most beginner to intermediate players have likely figured out that the hypercarry playstyle is the most efficient way to boost your damage through understanding and rotational structure, Quickswap evolves the same concept through mechanical prowess. Going from hypercarry to Quickswap is like going from juggling 1 ball to 3 balls. Now if you've ever tried juggling 3 balls, you will certainly know that it is way harder than juggling 1. The same applies to Quickswap. The process of Quickswapping, given time, studying and repetition, is automated. The person who Quickswaps usually doesn't swap with much conscious effort, but uses mainly habit, muscle memory and knowledge, which has been ingrained over time. Professional Quickswap players have done this so often that they could even do their rotations blindly. A common problem that people new to Quickswap have is that they don't know who to Quickswap with. I have prepared a tier list specifically for this question. Pick any 2 DPS and 1 healer from the upper tiers to start learning Quickswap with. Please avoid the units in the lower tiers, as they are not good choices for learning Quickswap. Not every combination will feel great for Quickswapping, so I have prepared another tier list, so you don't try to play inefficient combinations. Please keep in mind that the lower tier is much harder to Quickswap with than the upper tier, so I once again recommend starting with upper tier characters. But Selkie, where do I even start a Quickswap, and how? Anywhere and anyhow. Quickswap can be done at any second you are in combat. All you need to do is to take any long animation, like Xiangli, Carlotta Forte, Yang Yang Forte, Spectral Rover skill, or Xiangli Yao Liberation skill, and just swap it. Unfortunately, there is no secret or shortcut to magically learning Quickswap. See it like a QuickTime event. You see the animation, and now just move to another character. And try to move back right when the first animation lockout is over. It's a habit you can learn and automate, just like juggling 3 balls. Every time you see the long animation, don't forget to swap and do it over and over and over again. The most important part is that you start swapping off the character. Swapping back is important to learn as well, but beginners should take it 1 step at a time and practice at a pace where they can learn to do 1 swap consistently. Once you automated swapping that 1 skill, add another one, then get used to swapping both skills in quick succession, and from there, just add more and more skills, till you're used to swapping all long animations at all times. It should quite literally be muscle memory to always swap after a skill like Xiangli E. From there you can start even doing short sequences like E2, E3, E to get a feeling for using 2 or even 3 characters in a short time frame. There is only one noteworthy mechanic for general quick swapping, which is bypassing the swap cooldown. Usually the cooldown for swapping back to a character is exactly 1 second. This cooldown can be bypassed if you use a liberation post-swap, or use an intro on any of the 2 swapped characters, even if it will still visually display a cooldown. This technique enables quick swaps that are normally impossible and makes swapping much more comfortable during tight swap windows due to time stop. Luckily this mechanic is very rarely necessary for rotations to function, and can be used by beginners for more convenient swapping if a swap window is too short for them. Now you may wonder why I only named a few attacks to swap when there are many more long animations in the game. The point of this video is not to give you a script, but to give you tools to figure out quick swap by yourself. Even if I do tell you every single swap, the mechanical skill necessary to execute certain swaps and rotations fast enough cannot be studied and has to be learned through training and repetition. On paper, anything can be quick swapped for potential DPS gain, but because such swaps have to be done mindfully to be beneficial, I recommend to focus only on swapping long animations as a beginner, as they will often still be rewarding to pull off without paying too much attention to timing or execution speed. Lastly, I want to show a short sequence from my friend Ceres in his infamous Xiangli Yao rotation, first at slow speed and then at Ceres speed. The transcript for this rotation will be shown and analyzed in part 2 of my beginner's guide. As you probably noticed, the speed at which Ceres swaps is unbelievably fast. Please do not try to copy this rotation as a beginner, as it won't work unless it is performed at a minimum level of speed. Start off slow and take it one skill at a time. I showed this short sequence to give people an idea of how fast quickswap can get with practice. Even I struggle to replicate this immediately, so please do not be harsh on yourself if swapping even one skill is difficult for you. We all started as beginners at some point, me included. And that's it for part 1. Before you click off the video, I want to give credit to my friends Kem, Ceres, Yumi and Kithy for being a huge help in making sure that all the information provided in this video is accurate. Please support their channels, they are all amazing speedrunners and theory crafters. Thank you for watching the video and stay tuned for part 2.